Hello everyone. Originally presented by Liam Winter. Today, we present our rendition of Shut Up You Dumb Stupid Dumb Idiot Idiot Man Stupid Idiot Dumb Idiot Man YouTube edition. Please enjoy.
Icy Hazard, a name that gives nostalgia to some but confusion and disgust to many others. And why is that? Well, it's mainly due to these two videos, specifically Ponder's video. This was made during the time that Icy Hazard was still dating a user by the name of Creepswork. When the two videos against Icy and Creeps were released, the two got completely railed with criticism, mainly Icy for some reason, and it essentially damaged
fucking normies.
Casual, didn't you leave a comment on the original video saying that you accept some of the criticism? Well, why are you making this? Well, mainly because of the fact that there are a lot of flaws in this video that I wanted to point out. But as I said in the comment, yes, I do accept some of the criticism and I'll point those points out. But you know, this video is still a fucking snooze fest anyway.
You would think that after a few videos, comments would slowly decline, right? Well, apparently that does not these people.
You know, the intro doesn't need to be 18 billion years long, right? Like, you don't need to have a fucking little explanation at the beginning, then a fucking intro cinematic that takes longer than the fucking Qin Dynasty to finish, and then another cold open intro. You could just have one of those three, it's alright. In fact, hell, let me show you how your intro should have been like.
Hey guys, remember Icy Hazard X, the one YouTuber that managed to piss off the entire world by making a shitty OC video and then decided to respond in the worst way possible and then basically acting like a big dumb idiot man for a few weeks, and then everyone just made even more videos on her, and then everyone just kind of left her alone, and then her channel just kind of died for a while. And now if you were to look at her channel without any sort of context whatsoever of what happened in the past, you'd probably accuse her of subbotting.
Wait, come on now, this is just silly.
Yeah, that Icy Hazard. Well, two retards actually made a video on her, and because I have completely run out of ideas, I'll just fucking make a response video to that. So, have fun.
Icy Hazard, a name that gives nostalgia to some but confusion and disgust to many others. And why is that? Well, it's mainly due to these two videos, specifically Ponder's video. This was made during the time that Icy Hazard was still dating a user by the name of Creepswork. When the two videos against Icy and Creeps were released, the two got completely railed with criticism, mainly Icy for some reason, and it essentially damaged their reputations. The difference here is that Icy took the criticism to heart and tried to better herself as a content creator, while her ex just ignored it and pretended it never happened. But Junkie, Icy's old news. She's been talked to death back in 2017. Why are you just now talking about her? Oh, I'm not talking about her specifically. Plus, I had college to worry about, but whatever. Honestly, I'm discussing more so about the videos that were made about her. No, not those videos. I'm talking about somewhat recently.
Ah, there we go, the word recent. Even though I wouldn't describe our videos as recent since my video is 3 months old and holy shit, his video is 10. But anyway, I want you to remember the word recent. Put that shit in your skull and keep that there for the duration of this video. It'll be important, I swear.
We're gonna be looking at a YouTuber with over 10k subscribers named Icy Hazard X, and her content is it's fucking terrible, alright?
You seem to fit in that category well enough. Ear-bleeding mic at the beginning, check. Shitty green screen at the beginning, check. Boy howdy, we are starting strong today.
Yes, obviously, because having a shitty mic and shitty green screen is totally at the same level of not being able to take criticism and having terrible art. Jesus Christ, you're alright, we're starting out strong today.
Basically, we're gonna be criticizing a few aspects of her content, oh fucking no, let's fucking continue, alright?
Suck my dick.
On screen, I'm going to show you 3 different characters. These are characters that Icy Hazard has used over the years in her videos as her character. So anyways, here we go. Here are the characters. Are you starting to see my problem?
Quick nitpick, but she's made more characters than just those 3. But I'm assuming you're only focusing on her YouTube channel, so I'll give you a chance. Everybody?
Yes, I would consider that being a picking of the nit, mainly because of the fact that I already said that in the sentence. Or even paying attention.
Yeah, here's the thing. They all look the fucking same, don't they? They have the same color scheme, same body, same sort of face. There is no variety.
No, they really don't.
Alright, I'll bite. Tell me, how are these characters different exactly?
I mean, aside from Alice, the faces are being turned to the right a lot, but if we're going by themes, they're pretty fucking different. One is more tomboyish, one is an ice giant, and one is clown titties. Hell, I'd argue that the anatomy is different. Similar, yes, but there are differences. Kara is more lanky and has less features than the others. Angelique has more flowing hair, and her persona Icy Hazard is more balanced looking, while Alice has more features than the others. So, no, there are plenty of differences.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is art in 2018. Long gone are the days of intricate character design, where characters genuinely do look different from each other. No, nowadays you have to go into the fucking detail. You have to compare cup sizes and the length of their hair. Completely ignore the fact that he actually didn't respond to my point at all. Like, the characters have same face syndrome. They all have the same facial structure. There is no difference when you look at them at the face. All three of the faces that are aligned to the right have the exact same facial structure. The only difference is the it OC, but that's because it's towards the middle. And you didn't point out the color scheme at all. Like, the three characters I was talking about, because those are the ones she used in videos, they have the same fucking color scheme, just with a few differences in between them. Black, red with a little bit of yellow. Black, red with a little bit of white. Black, blue with a little bit of white. You start to see my problem here, right? It's either the edgy version of the Silver Shroud from Fallout 4.
If you're feeling suicidal, you've come to the right place. Cause I wanna fucking kill myself as well.
Don't talk to me like that.
Your book standard Saints Row character. Or an it OC. And it's not even like me memeing on it, it's genuinely a fucking it OC used as like a main character in videos.
Oh no, the horror. She made an it OC from the it fandom. The absolute horror. Someone call the police. Is this guy for real? Okay, firstly, nice vague character comparisons, my dude. Besides, just because the character has a trench coat and fedora doesn't mean she's copying. I mean, for God's sakes, if we're going by first come first serve arguments, then IC would win, because this character was made a year before Fallout 4 was even out. And the fuck is wrong with creating OCs from it? Like, I get that there are genuinely bad OCs out there, but I don't know, ain't this a little tame compared to anything else out there?
You know what? Yeah, he has a point. She's not a ripoff of the Silver Shroud from Fallout 4. No. In fact, here, at Casual as a Fucking Loser Industries, we have collected the top virgins and losers to create this gamer theory that will show you what she's actually copying. And ladies and gentlemen, we have come up with the best solution. You know what it is? It's Prototype! She's an Alex Mercer clone! Think about it, it makes sense. Both characters have their abilities from the government. Both characters wear a combination of red and black. Both characters are dealing with multiple personality disorder. Alex is dealing with the fact that he's not actually Alex anymore, he's the fucking virus. And the fucking ICOC, I don't even fucking remember her name, that's how invested I am in this video. She has to deal with a fucking little ghost following her around. Both characters have superhuman abilities. Both characters are edgy as all hell. And guess what? Both characters' platforms are fucking dead, alright? Prototype hasn't released a game ever since 2012, and Icy's channel is dead in the water.
Don't let me down.
Piss off, ghost!
Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm presenting to you here is undeniable evidence, because guess what? It works even with what this man is saying, because Prototype 1 came out in 2009. All seriousness, no, calm down, dude. It was just a fucking joke. And as for the IDOC, maybe you actually do have a genuine point. Maybe it's, you know, not really that cool to make fun of someone for making an IDOC.
Actually, when you take into consideration that Pennywise is not actually a clown, but a cosmic being that is bent on feasting on those from this dimension, whom is all-powerful, there is no reason for there to be a gender swap, palace swap version of him running alongside Parallel, acting as a romance interest, because Pennywise is not interested in romance. No, he is interested on the fear and the food that is the living people. There is no reason for her to exist or to be on this dimension. Sure, there are other ones, but there are no reason that she needs to be here in our reality alone. There should not be another clown. There should not be another demon lurking in this realm, because with this demon, it only appears as a clown to the Losers Club because they perceive it to be a clown, because they perceive clowns to be scary. But in all actuality, the only people who are scared of clowns nowadays are people who fake it for views and ad revenue, and this is just stupid. And let me start talking about the tax breaks, because I swear to God, when they passed those laws for those taxes back in 2000.
Okay. Just refer to what this man has said.
Christ, you act like if it's a fucking sin. Oh jeez, I remember that shit from the bubble. Hello, I better go check.
Ha! Look at this loser. He's still using the physical bubble. What a fucking idiot. Dude, just download the fucking Bible app on your phone. The future is now, old man. Another issue is also the facial expressions. Most of the time, the facial expressions are basically, this slightly annoys me, or, look, I am a fucking psychopath.
Funny, considering those two are completely different artists.
Okay. Your point? When was the variety, or the lack thereof? Like, it doesn't matter if it's two artists. There's no variety anyways.
Besides, what's wrong with her IDOC looking like a psychopath? Wouldn't that be fitting considering she's a, I don't know, a murderer?
Ever since when has it become normal for us to have to do research to understand why a certain character doesn't have certain expressions in a fucking YouTube rant video? I'm sorry, good sir, I forgot. I need to bust out the big book of Icy Hazard OCs, where altogether, all the OCs and their stories will create more pages than the Bible and Stephen King's novel combined. Excuse me, while I look through each and every one of these OCs and understand their stories and character arcs so I can actually understand why this video fucking sucks. Come on, casual, write this shit down. There's gonna be an exam on this.
Plus, her Icy Hazard sprites have been redrawn, so, oops.
Yeah, the new versions of Icy's OC, they look, they look different, to say the least.
Yes, I know you have a series where you create an OC for every color of the color wheel. However, this doesn't matter when your main characters look like fucking ass. The only character that we haven't seen that you use in your channel banner is this character that's literally pitch white. It's repetitive and boring, and you should really look to find better characters.
So you want her to use different characters, yet color art shit. What exactly do you want her to do again? Seriously, you're implying that if she makes new characters, it won't matter because lol, her art is shit. Dude, you just gave her a damned if you do, damned if you don't option. An option where she can't even improve herself at all. The gamer logic is strong with this one.
I didn't say her art was shit in that video. I said her character designs were shit. You're just making up points now. Even if I was saying that her art was shit, how the hell is that a damned if you do, damned if you don't? Art, much like everything else in life, takes time and effort to improve upon. And how do you improve upon art or anything that you do? By doing it over and over again, but in different ways each time. It's called practice, you know? Practice makes master. But no, sorry, obviously that wouldn't fit with your video, I guess.
The worst part is, for a while, you had a version of your IT OC that really looked good. That I assume was made by a different artist. You can clearly tell from the art style that it's made by a different person. But then you went back on it and started using your fucking shitty Saints Row character.
Wait a minute, you get onto her case for moving back to her other character because it doesn't look as good as the one drawn by Skittles Juice? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love her work just as much as anyone else's, but you're essentially telling her to drop her original persona and only use Alice, when Alice is for a series called Horror Gag Theater. My friend, it's called a theme. I brought this up earlier, but let me explain in detail since you don't have a lick of a clue on what it actually is.
You wound me with your cruel, cruel words.
Theming is where you give a type of ambience or setting to a stage. A video is essentially Icy's stage. Of course, she'll stick to Alice for the horror-based content.
Oh no, it's not like she used it in other videos before. No, of course not. She only used it in Horror Gag Theater. Oh, what's this? Get that shit off my screen. What the fuck are you doing? Even though I will agree with you that it is mainly something she uses in Horror Gag Theater, she doesn't only use it there, she uses it in other fucking videos as well, like this one, The Autonomy of Criticism, where she uses it. So no, she doesn't only use it there, but that kind of leads into a bigger conversation about why the fuck you would even do this in the first place. I don't know if you ever watched her videos back to back like I did when I was making that original video, but to me, it was like that there was no difference whatsoever between the regular commentary video and then Horror Gag Theater, except the character that was being used and the topic at hand. Besides that, Everything was the same. The way that IC behaved in the video, the editing, the style of comedy, everything was the same, really. But I will admit, however, that it's a mistake on my part for not actually differentiating that in the first place. But wait a minute, this brings me back to a problem that I wanted to bring up in the original video but completely forgot about it. And that's the fucking credit of the original artist. Specifically, the lack thereof. There's no credit towards the original artists in Horror Gag Theater or the autonomy of criticism, nothing. She did the work, she might as well get the credit for what she did. This as well, I would like you to remember that themes are important in a YouTube video. This will be important later.
IC Hazard, her persona, has been used since she first got back into doing commentary-based videos, so her drop in the persona would not only be a little jarring in the theming sense, but a waste of valuable resources.
What? What do you mean valuable resources? What is this, fucking FTL faster than light? Just use half of a fuel to just create one fucking character still? Are you fucking serious?
I don't know how long you'd think it would take an artist to make stills, let alone a dozen or so, but that shit takes time. You're basically telling her to throw away that hard work.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Here's the thing though, as a viewer, I don't really care. Let's use earlier in the video as an example. In the video, you said that my microphone was god-awful, and that's obviously understandable. But, here's the thing, I don't have the money to get a new microphone. But as a viewer, you don't give a shit, and so you should. So in the same way, I don't care that it apparently takes a really long time to create character stills.
When if you really think about it, this can essentially show that she's growing as an artist.
What? What the hell is that even supposed to mean? Are you saying that by not improving her content and by just keeping the old shitty character stills, it shows that she's improving as an artist? What? If that's how improvement works, well shit, guess your videos should still look like this, and my gameplay should still be in 144p.
Seriously, she went from this to this. If that isn't improving herself, then I don't know what is, honestly. Oh no, because it's IC's art, it's automatically shit.
Usually, I mean, obviously there's a reason why people react when someone who has notoriously bad art draws something. I mean, just look at Rob Liefeld. Anything with his name on it gets automatically a few eyebrows raised, to say the least. But I am a person that usually believes in second chances, but, with what you're showing on screen, you're not really giving me any hopes. You know who does do good art, however? My main man, Clockwork Raven, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god! That is right, it is shout out hours. That is correct. And Raven certainly deserves a shout out because holy shit. Have you seen this person's art? Have you seen it? I'll put some on screen right now. It's animation, it's art, it's beautiful. I love it. It's creepy as hell. I fucking love it. Alright, she made the thumbnail for this video. She made my new YouTube icon. Honestly, go subscribe to her channel. She's just amazing. You know who else is getting a shout out though? CO2 Brilliant on Twitter. This man has helped me so much with this video. Every time that you heard a fucking angry American man in this video, it was probably him. Probably him. Just gonna throw that out there. Go show both of these people some love. Tell them Casual sent you. And anyways, back to the video.
Eat my ass! Yo!
Now, I'm gonna be going over this really quickly because this is basically the biggest point against IC Hazard that I've seen so far. Basically, she can't really take criticism all too well. Not really. Around all her time on YouTube, she never really took criticism all too well.
Really? Because I remember a time where when she received a bunch of shit back when Ponder and Doodletones did videos on her, from what I saw, she took them quite well.
She really didn't, you know. Every single video about the list has been taken down, so I'm gonna do my best to recreate them as best as possible. This all started in the late year of 2017. Everyone was making videos on IC because she made a terrible video basically telling you, hey, you know what? Just write anti-heroes, my guy. That's how OCs work. And then Doodletones made a video responding to that, and then she made a response live stream to that, and then everyone just kind of got pissed at her. So she did an apology video. That was alright, I guess. And then she took down every other video, including the apology video. And she made another video talking about all the other videos made on her. And then later she took that video down as well. So if that's considered taking something well, I'll eat my flex tape. As for her whole Ponder thing, I honest to God don't care enough to go and do research on that, but here's the thing, I shouldn't have to fucking give you the benefit of the doubt. I should have to just tell you, oh, alright, then fine, I guess. No. You should show the audience that I see improved as a person. You should show the audience that she actually reacts to criticism well now. Fucking, you're defending her, you should show us what she's been up to lately. Maybe show screenshots of her actually reacting to criticism well. Maybe show her apologizing for her behavior in the past. I don't fucking know, man. You're the one one defending her, you should know this shit. Simply saying, oh yeah, she improved as a person isn't enough. You need to show the audience that she improved. You try to do this like once in the video with her art, and as I said earlier, you're not really giving people hopes. Proof? You don't need proof. All you need is the word of junkie.
And hell, she even asks others to give her criticism. The problem is that some people are overly critical, because newsflash, casual flash.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny? Right, I'll tell you what, you fat little cunt. You're boring, so go and fuck yourself, you dirty dragon-eating little fucking spastic. Right, okay, the dragon comment was probably a little bit fucking over the top, but at the end of the day, you're fucking boring.
Not all criticism is helpful. Hell, some can be downright awful at times. So if you're arguing that she can't take criticism just because there were a few times she may or may not have accepted some people's advice, then that's her choice to make.
Of course, Junkie. You, of all people, should know what bad criticism looks like. Hint, fucking hint. Let me put it like this. What would influence your opinion of a content creator more? The criticism they receive, or the way that they respond to said criticism? In my opinion, the second one is more important. Why? Well, because it says a lot more about the creator than it says about the commenter. This is especially true when we're talking about YouTube comments or comments in other platforms like DeviantArt, Tumblr, whatever, and just YouTube videos, like responding to someone. The reason is because with a YouTube comment, you're being a lot more altruistic than with a video. You see, with a video, you have something to gain out of it in the form of money, views, whatever. Everyone has their own motivations for making YouTube videos. However, with a comment, you're not really expecting anything in return except maybe a thank you. Responding poorly to comments makes you look like such a fucking asshole because it shows their disrespect for the audience. Simply because someone was either overly critical or had bad advice doesn't give you the right to bash them over the head with this shit. You can't do that. That just makes you look like an asshole.
In fact, here's a quick little montage of everything I could find where she took criticism poorly.
Okay, so I'll give you this. Yes, she didn't react well to most of the comments. However, I'd like to bring up what the critic did wrong here. You see, they're arguing how she should redesign the skin of her OC, essentially changing their color. Except her OC is a fucking frost giant. Do you see what I meant earlier when not all critiques can be helpful? Also, the journal you showed there, that wasn't about not taking criticism well. That was her getting sick of people constantly bringing up her past drama with Creep's work, where she was putting her foot down. Fucking research your shit, please.
For the first one, here's the thing. That's such a fucking straw man argument, because it's like, yeah, I know she fucked up, but look what this guy did. This guy's also wrong. That doesn't matter. Two wrongs don't make a right, no matter how hard you try to explain it. As for the second one, yeah, I guess you're right. What? What's with the funny looks? Can't I admit I'm wrong for a change?
Plus, if we're gonna talk about if IC actually improved herself as a person, I'd like to bring up something. This isn't necessarily concerning taking criticism, just something I noticed that is just a bit strange. A few months ago, some guy tweeted at IC with my video attached to it saying that I was chatting shit, and she actually responded in a really civil way. So probably think to yourself, casual, what the hell is this? This is kind of going against your point here. Well, yeah, even when I saw this, I thought, holy shit, maybe I'm wrong, maybe she did actually improve, until I look into the comments section of Junkie's video and I see this.
As for casual flash, wow, never in my life have I ever heard the term faking my edginess as an unironic point against me. I called myself edgy as a joke, shading myself due to the theme and style I admire and create. Goth, punk, grunge, horror, death, demon, blood and gore, monsters, skulls, spikes are all things that make me smile every day. It's funny to make fun of because of how unapologetic I am to admit I'm the embodiment of a emo 14-year-old's bedroom. To quote Sharon Needles, this isn't a fucking costume, it's a way of life. Overall, he's a bandwagoner that's getting too high up his own ass to realize how terrible his researching skills are. I have choice words.
Kinda weird, don't you think? Okay, fine, stop the video. Look, even I'll admit I didn't necessarily express my point well in that part of the video. So, I'll use this as an opportunity to reiterate my point in a hopefully not shit manner. So anyways, here we go. Any of you remember Dead Space? No, not the fucking empty space in between your sofa cushions. I mean the survival horror franchise. It was pretty big back in the day, and it was one of the better survival horror franchises out there made by AAA developers. Sure, it kinda had a problem with gameplay, but besides that it was pretty great. Until the third one came out, and everyone thought it was shit. Now, depending on who you ask, they might tell you, oh, the game sucked because of the gameplay, because of the co-op, because of the story. But in my opinion, the main problem was tone. The tone of the game was all over the fucking place, alright? One minute, you were in a fucking cyberpunk city, and then everything blows up, then you're fighting cultists, then you're in the middle of space, then the spaceship blows up, then you're fighting zombies, then there's a love triangle introduced out of fucking nowhere. The tone was problematic, to say the least. And in my eyes, that's also an issue that IC's videos have. The tone. There's a clear disconnect between the character that's been established on the channel, and then the way that the videos are made. You see, the problem is that her characters are meant to be dark and offensive. Hell, even she herself, as the creator, or the persona on YouTube, is supposed to be dark and offensive. Here is a clip of her even calling herself that.
I moved on from DA for a reason. I'm dark, I'm offensive, I call people out for what I consider stupid or just funny.
But then her videos are represented in a more light-hearted tone. You start to see the problem here, right? I'll give you a hint, even Junkie talked about it throughout the entirety of his video. Yeah, that's right, there's a fucking clash here. Because those two things don't go well together. As Junkie said in his video, it's a bit jarring in the theming sense, isn't it? You can't create a character on your channel that's meant to be dark and offensive and then turn around and start a video like this. Oh, but she mostly talks about horror in her videos, which means that it totally fits, right? Well, not necessarily. If mostly talking about horror is what classifies you as an edgy channel, well shit, guess we can throw people like Shammy, KrillTube, Pyro into that same fucking hole, because they also talked about horror. As Junkie said in his own video, theming is important, so having good inconsistent themes on your channel kind of is a problem, don't you think? This also kind of leads back into the characters, mainly because Icy and Alice are completely interchangeable from each other. There's no difference between a video with Alice and a video with Icy and as the character stills, so it's the fucking point of creating them. The time and effort that went into creating Alice as a character could have easily been applied to something else, like maybe not having a terrible intro, maybe fucking getting better background music, I don't know, man. This is why the edginess, to me at least back then, seemed kind of forced. Because there wasn't represented well within the content. You can call yourself dark and edgy all you want, but if that's not represented in your content, well, shit. So, yeah, I'll give you that one, communist funny dragon man. That part of the video did really fucking suck.
And this isn't the only one of the skewed videos made about Icy, and honestly they're so jarring that it makes me want to fucking gag. So much so that there's even a video labeled Icy Hazard is the new Akai Dahlia. I wish I was joking.
Oh, whoa, okay, wait. Let me just make something clear, alright? That video is fucking trash, don't get me wrong, but it's fucking hilarious. Like, have you seen that video? It's so fun. You can't have a bad time while watching that video. Unlike with your videos, Junkie, I feel fucking miserable while watching your videos. Imagine waking up in the morning and you have nothing else to look forward to except either review some rando's fucking Skyrim Mage OC or bully some small channel. I wouldn't want to wake up, to be honest.
Hey, this is Dr. Newhouse. I want to talk to you today about some commonly asked questions that I get in the office. Probably the most popular question I've had recently is, why do my feet hurt when I get out of bed in the morning?
Probably because you watched TheNamesJunkie, if we have to be honest.
I mean, sometimes it hurts to wake up, man. It hurts to wake up in the morning.
Some of the problems I have with the Junkie's content mainly come through repetition. If you watched one Junkie video, you watched them all, alright? They're done in the most basic way possible, and here's the thing. He has something I like to call leafy syndrome, where you can compare a video from like earlier, compare that to a video now, and stylistically there would be no difference. There would be no difference in the style of comedy, there would be no difference in editing, no difference in tone, nothing. It would just be the same fucking video. In fact, it gets to the point where you can just mash 2 or more videos together and you could have a convincing new video for Junkie's channel.
It's been rather quiet recently in the ranting community. The place has settled in and things seem to be working fine. But every once in a blue moon, you get that one video that just makes you go, why? Why would you do this? To get straight to the point, today's user that I ran into is named The Real Ashley Ketchum. Is this guy for real? Are we this dry for content nowadays? that we will resort to making videos about the littlest of things.
See? There's also a problem with the intros and transitions, as in they're way too fucking long. Okay, we get it. You have a video game aesthetic, that's kind of cool. You have 8-bit music, that's fine. But for the love of God, please stop making the intros and transitions longer than my life expectancy. Well, the problem is also the comedy, or the fact that it's extremely unfunny. Most of the jokes are either a snide unfunny comment, really.
If you're mad about that, please seek medical assistance because I think you are diagnosed with the case of the stupids.
Loud equals funny.
Oh jeez, I remember that shit from the bro. I don't know, I better go.
Kissing was funny the first fucking time! Shut the fuck up!
Or a really badly acted skit.
3D, action, adventure, comedy, Marvel.
Hey, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Period Head here, and today
All of which are terrible. Now don't get me wrong, loud equals funny is something that I am guilty of as well. Some of my meme videos will show you that, but at least there's a bit of variety there in it. And one last thing, why are you always in an alley? Are you homeless? Is this why you're shirtless as well? Can't you afford a shirt? Do you need help? Wait a minute, I think I got it. The guy from San Andreas that sells you your first gun, holy shit. I guess Pyro was right. You spend enough time in the hood, you become a furry. But the main point of the video is this. Ranception is a really, really bad series, and here's why. The first thought when I saw this video was, why? Why would you do this? Well, to be honest, I think I got it. And no, I didn't do this one with the casuals, a fucking Loser Industries crew. Believe it or not, virgins and losers are actually quite expensive. Just ask CO2 how much I had to pay him. In my opinion, the video wasn't necessarily meant to criticize me or the other guy. And yes, I do know what he's called. I just, can't pronounce his name to save my life. But it was made to kind of help out Icy. Now keep in mind, I don't necessarily have a lot of evidence to back up why I think this way, but just call it a hunch. Here's the thing, Icy's channel, ever since that whole drama thing happened, was constantly in the red. Daily loss in subscribers, especially nowadays her channel was pretty fucking dead, until this video came out, and her channel essentially rose from the grave, kind of. I mean, it's pretty apparent that Icy and Junkie have known each other for a while and basically became friends. And honestly, I'm not even mad or criticizing him for doing such a thing. In fact, I'd probably do the same if I had a friend in this exact same situation. The problem is that you did it pretty coolly by not covering a video that, well, exactly fits the criteria. Mass Cat's disgustingly disappointed in Icy Hazard video. The reason why I think you should have covered this video if you were actually wanting to defend Icy was because it would have probably given road to actually clearing up one of the biggest points against Icy Hazard, and that's the fact that she couldn't take criticism, or can't take criticism. The thing is, this video goes into detail about how Icy didn't improve as a person, as a content creator, whatever. If you covered this video, one of the main points against Icy, the fact that she can't take criticism, would have been cleared up perfectly because this is the main point of the video alongside her not improving her content. You could have actually shown the audience that she improved as a person, as a content creator, whatever. Why didn't you talk about it? It fits the criteria, it was released in 2018, so why didn't you talk about it? Another problem with Ranception is the fact that he only goes after channels that are smaller than him. If you watch a few episodes of Ranception, you start to realize that there's sort of a pattern here, where he always covers people that are way below his sub count, which just makes him look like a complete and total dickhead. The episode he did on me, I had 51, the other guy had 439, I think, or something like that. Episode 13, he covered a guy with 300 subs, and the other guy who had 36k, I'll give him that. He went after a guy with 36k, but then we go to episode 12. 8 fucking subscribers. I know what you might say, oh, but he talked about the guy with 36k, why are you mad? Well, here's the thing. That's like 1 out of 5 creators if we're going off just the newer episodes alone, and 1 out of 15 if we're going Ranception overall. That just doesn't look good. I understand that no one is above criticism. I completely support that idea, but here's the thing. Having a series completely dedicated to just going after smaller channels doesn't look like criticism. It looks more like an ace up your sleeve. Like, when you're completely out of ideas, you just make a Ranception video, because why the hell not? There's also a complete lack of self-awareness at all. Like, one video he'll start out, and he'll fucking say like, oh, come on, guys, why are we making videos on the smallest of things here, on pointless little details? And then in the next video, he'll turn around and make a video on someone with 8 fucking subscribers. Nice double standards there, buddy. I wanted to understand, why? Why would anyone do such a thing? So I started watching a few episodes of Ranception, and then I found it. He started out episode 7 like this.
You know, sometimes we start off really small. Bare bones even. But the one thing that we can do is grow. And grow we shall. Sure, it may take a few years to get where we want to be, and there might even be a few bumps in the roads. but it's honestly worth it in the end. And that's the sole purpose of my Rantception series. They're not there just to point out problems. Okay, it's a lie, they're supposed to do that, but what I'm trying to say is that I do these videos to help people, to bring light to the problem at hand, and to give those who need tips on how to improve their content.
Alright, first of all, good fucking idea of only putting the one thing that would completely not make you look like an asshole into only one episode of Rantception, my guy. That's really smart. Like, why not put that in literally every other episode of Rantception? What's the fucking point? You already have an intro that takes longer than the fucking communist era to end, so why not just put that in there? I mean, shit. Your intro is so pointless, you might as well start out your videos like this from now on. Hello, comrade. Today we will talk about casual flesh. If you like this video, I will not invade your country. Second of all, that is a complete and total fucking lie, and you know it. If you were only looking to help people, there are 1,000,001 different other ways to do it without potentially kneecapping the YouTuber for the rest of their career. Leave a comment on the video, DM them on Twitter, join their Discord server, talk to them there. I don't fucking know, man. There are like 1,000,001 different ways to do this without, you know, being a dickhead. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about how when you're making a video you have always something to gain, compared to a comment where you're just looking out for the other person. And in this case, Junkie has something to gain out of, you know, just uploading a video and getting like around 20,000 views. Actually, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna go ask him on Discord why the fuck he does this shit. This is so stupid.
Alright, so Junkie, I wanted to ask you, why the fuck are you picking on creators that are way smaller than you? What's the point even?
Do you know something, you little fucking muppets? I'll tell you where I live. I live in fucking Birmingham, Smethwick. You little fucking dickhead. Find out where it is, yeah? Come Birmingham, and I'll break your fucking face off. You ain't a 33-year-old man, mate. You think I'm a little dickhead? I'm a 33-year-old man. I'll fuck you up. You think I'm a bad man? I'm a fucking bad man, you little fucking dickhead. You know what I mean? So let's say I'm a 33-year-old, 6 foot, big-ass fucking man. So come Smethwick, and I'll break your fucking face off.
Junkie, you have forced my hand. I don't really use this word often, but you are a leafy clone. I mean, think about it. Your videos never change, they're always the fucking same. You always go after people that are smaller than you. Like, how many more differences do you need? Honestly, I'll give TheNamesJunkie a 7 out of 10. Fuck this shit. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, because all proceeds will go to actually buying Junkie a fucking t-shirt. If you want to donate personally, go to this address, www.helptheunfunnycommunistdrugaddicteddragonman.com.